Imagine stepping out of a sealed shelter. The door opens, and instead of the world you knew, you find a barren wasteland covered in mud. No trees, no cities, no neighbors. Just you, your immediate family, 8 people in total, and absolute silence. That is the reality at the start of Genesis chapter 9. The entire global population and the community of believers has been reduced to a single family unit. This sudden planetary emptiness created a power vacuum. With every previous societal structure washed away, these survivors required immediate, clear rules of order to prevent them from destroying each other. Genesis 9 outlines the terms of a survival pact, the foundational rules for the world that remained. This specific moment in the text established the physical and moral boundaries that defined the author's understanding of the post-flood world. The first mandate in this new world was simple: reproduce and repopulate the earth. But survival required a new hierarchy. God declared that from this moment forward, every beast, bird, and fish would instinctively fear humans. This diagram shows how human survival tactics expanded. Before the flood, humanity's diet was restricted to plants. Now, a new branch opens. Humans are explicitly permitted to consume animal meat. But there was a strict limit. Humanity was forbidden from consuming flesh with blood. This respect for life extended to a clear boundary. Shedding human blood demanded a life in return. To sign this contract, God provided a guarantee. The rainbow became a permanent cosmic seal, promising a global flood would never destroy the earth again. In the narrative, God provided a legal framework intended to guarantee humanity's physical survival against the elements. The narrative shifts from the global scope of a universal covenant to the private, flawed reality of a single household. Noah settled down to work the soil as a husbandman, a farmer who cultivates crops. He planted a vineyard and eventually produced wine. Then came the first failure in this new world. Noah drank the wine, became heavily intoxicated, and passed out uncovered inside his tent. His youngest son, Ham, discovered him. Instead of protecting his father's dignity, Ham violated the newly established order. He viewed his father's vulnerable state and then went outside to tell his 2 brothers. Shem and Japheth chose a different path. Displaying pious modesty, they took a garment, laid it across their shoulders, and walked backward into the tent. They covered their father without ever looking at his nakedness. The man deemed righteous enough to survive the apocalypse immediately succumbed to shame. The floodwaters had wiped the environment clean, but they left human nature completely intact. When Noah awoke from his wine, he realized exactly what his youngest son had done. In response, he prepared to issue a series of prophetic judgments that would shape the centuries to come. This diagram maps the resulting family tree. Noah cursed Canaan, Ham's lineage, to be servants. In contrast, he blessed Shem and Japheth with geographic expansion. These pronouncements laid the geopolitical groundwork for the borders of the ancient Near East. The Genesis 9 survival pact functioned as a containment measure for a species the text portrays as deeply flawed. Water can destroy an old world, but it cannot wash away human imperfection. Yet, in spite of those flaws, God's framework endures, securing the survival of humanity for the rest of history.